The Great Oasis Gardens Nanyuki is located along the Nanyuki-Rumuruti Road, only 11 minutes from the Cedar Mall and right opposite Mount Kenya Wildlife Estate. This is the best place to establish the getaway home that you have always dreamt about. For every 349,000 that you deposit or pay as installment towards any of Optiven's plot of land, you get 10K cash back instantly. Jaza basi twende Nanyuki. Bigger is indeed better.
Alright, now it is exactly 9 p.m, meaning you're just in time for this bulletin. This is LOOKUP TV Weekend. My name is Brian Amwai and I hope you had a wonderful Sunday. Welcome to this broadcast. The highlights.
The news headlines in association with
Niliona ngari ilikuwa imeenda mwendo wa kasi na ni kama ngari ilikuwa na overtake the Probox na ndio ikaweza ndereva akashindwa kudhibiti ile ngari.
Wakuja kama anataka kukonga ingine akapita ngari katoka kando kuitisha kwa barabara. Sasa ndio.
Tonight on LOOKUP Weekend, 11 people perish while 8 others receiving treatment as overloaded matatu rolls in Mwingi along Thika KITUI Road. This man, Raila, IEBC clears the Azimio One Kenya Alliance while Odinga as race to State House hots up. DP Ruto storms Uhuru's backyard in Kiambu as he takes Uhuru's government head-on over his clearance by IEBC on Saturday.
Get a chance to wake up as a tourist as you view Mount Kenya every day by buying a plot of land at Wema Gardens, Naru Moru. At only 400 meters off tarmac, this is the right place to build your dream home, cottages or holiday homes. You can also buy this property to give to your children as a special inheritance. Water and electricity are in the vicinity, while neighbors are already building their homes. These plots are specially ready for you with title deeds scheduled to be out in 6 months. Buy a 50 by 100 plot of land at Wema Gardens for only 399,000 Kenya shillings. You can also pay for your plot through our friendly 1-year installments plan.
Right, now remember you can be part of this bulletin by engaging us on our socials at Amwai Brian on Twitter at LOOKUP TV. The hashtag is LOOKUP Weekend. We are also live on Facebook. Tell us where you're watching us from, what you think about the stories that we are running today, and we'll be able to sample some of the feedback at the end of this broadcast. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Angel Lois. Now we start this bulletin with some sad news. 11 people have been confirmed dead while 8 are receiving treatment following a grisly road accident involving a 14-seater matatu after it veered off the road in Kathiani along Kanyonyo Kabati Road. Dr. Surui now reports.
The 14-seater matatu involved in the accident was carrying a majority of family members who were coming from a dowry payment ceremony and unfortunately became victims of reckless driving. The matatu is said to have been overloaded and overspeeding, causing it to lose control trying to overtake another vehicle.
Mali nimeumia sana mgumu tu. Mali nimevunjika hapa hivi. Na kuvunjika katika cheni ilikuwa imeendelea. Ukiingia kwenye junction. Hiyo gari ilikuwa imepatana na nyingine nyuma. Sasa wakati huo dereva alikuwa anabeba, alikuwa anajaribu kupata kitu, sijui nini kilifanyika. Akakuja kama anataka kukonga ingine, akapita ngari katoka kando. Kutoka kando kuitisha kwa barabara. Sasa ndio Mali mimi nilisikia nikiwa huko hivi, kila mtu akiwa pale yake hadi kiwa kina mtu.
Confirming the incident, KITUI Police Commander KITUI said the accident occurred yesterday night at around 11 p.m. and 9 people died on the spot while others succumbed to injuries while receiving treatment in KITUI Level 5 Hospital. 6 seriously injured and 4 of them got minor injuries.
Waathiriwa wale wamebaki wameeleza dereva alikuwa anaenda mwendo wa kasi na wakamkanya. Walipopika njia ya kuingia KITUI ili waweze kupelekwa kwa makwao, walikuwa wamebakisha kilomita kama 3 wapike kwao waweze kuwashukisha. Dereva na Probox walikuwa wanakimbizana, wanaenda mwendo wa kasi, na kulingana na waathiriwa na vile mimi mwenyewe leo nimeenda kwa accident, niliona gari ilikuwa imeenda mwendo wa kasi na ni kama gari ilikuwa na overtake the Probox na ndio ikaweza dereva akashindwa kudhibiti ile gari.
Survivors are currently receiving treatment at KITUI Level 5 Hospital, while those who died were taken to a mortuary in the same hospital. Dorcas Kurui, LOOKUP TV.
Right now, thank you so much, Dorcas Kurui, for that report. Away from that to matters politics, the Azimio flag bearer Raila Odinga has been cleared by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission (IEBC) to run for the presidency in the coming elections. Odinga, who was cleared on Sunday, 5th of June, becomes the 5th aspirant to be cleared, seeking to be the 5th president of the country in his 5th attempt. Odinga, however, raised questions on the Commission's preparedness, asking the Commission to assure Kenyans of a free and fair poll.
As a presidential candidate for the elections slated for 9th August 2022.
He arrived at the Bomas of Kenya with the only thing standing between him and his 5th attempt being the IEBC clearance certificate. Raila Odinga is a man with a clean bill of health after the Chebukati-led commission gave him a nod to campaign and try his luck in the coming elections.
As returning officer for the presidential elections, I've received the application for registration for presidential election from Raila Odinga and running mate Mother Wangari. The documentations are in order. And I approve the nomination of Raila Odinga as a presidential candidate for the elections slated for 9th August 2022.
While accepting his certificate, Odinga urged his supporters to be calm and promote peace during this campaign period. He said he had confidence in the IEBC when it comes to matters conducting the elections.
I want to say that we have confidence that the IEBC has got the capacity to conduct free and fair elections. We want to say and to promise you that we are going to conduct ourselves as candidates and also members of our movement in a manner that conforms with the requirements of the electoral laws and the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya.
Raila, however, also raised 10 issues with the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission that he wants to be addressed before the August polls. Speaking at the Bomas of Kenya, Odinga said the commission needs to, among others, engage with stakeholders on election preparedness, status of the voter register audit, data integrity and accountability of electoral processes, as well as the technologies that will be in use. Amendment of the Elections General Regulations 2012, recruitment of the returning officers, printing of ballot papers and data immigration. Odinga said he is committed to the polls and called on IEBC to live to its constitutional mandate to ensure that the general election is free and fair.
We would like to see a free and fair electoral process We want this exercise to be done also in a pre-month. We want Kenyans to be able, on the 9th of August, to freely express their will, to speak clearly that this is what the Kenyans want.
Responding to the queries, Chebukati, who is also the national returning officer for the presidential election, said the commission has answers to all the issues raised by Odinga and will tackle each at a later date after the completion of the candidates' verification exercise.
Done with this exercise. I just want to assure you that all the issues you have raised have been addressed by the commission, and we are where we are supposed to be in terms of our election timeline.
The Azimio Brigade later led a rally at Undugu grounds in Langata, where they campaigned for the Raila Karua ticket.
Sasa imebaki siku 64 peke yake. Siku 64 wale watu wa Kenya kwisha watakwenda kiwanjani. Na sisi bilibili tutakuwa kiwanjani. Watasema yao, tutasema yetu. Takuwa ni nani ambaye atasikizwa na Wakenya.
Raila's green light by the IEBC now makes him the 5th presidential candidate to be cleared by the IEBC. On Sunday, the IEBC disqualified Third Way Alliance presidential candidate Ekuru Aukot for lack of requisite signatures. On Monday, Jimmy Wanjigi, among other presidential aspirants, are expected to present their papers for verification. Brian Amwai, LOOKUP TV, Nairobi.
You're fire! You're fire! You're fire!
Right, now the green light for Raila Odinga to run for the presidency was given by the IEBC early Sunday, signaling the 5th time the ODM leader will be taking a stab at the top seat. Odinga's presidential journey started in 1997 and culminates in this year's hot contest between him and William Ruto, among others. Waris Kimathi takes us on a trip down Odinga's past presidential campaigns.
After he was officially cleared by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission to run for Kenya's presidency on August 9th, Azimio One Kenya candidate Raila Odinga headed to Nakuru to break the news to his large base of supporters. Presidential politics is not a new game to the son of founding Vice President Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. He has tossed his name into the ballot 4 times before, prompting some of his diehard followers to assert that he will win to be Kenya's 5th president on his 5th stab at it. In 1997, 52-year-old Odinga launched into the presidential race on a National Development Party ticket. When the vote was counted, Odinga, who was a vocal opposition voice against the ruling KANU party, came a distant third behind incumbent President Moi and Moi Kibaki. He garnered more than 600,000 votes, 10% of the total vote cast. In 2002, Odinga did not run for presidency, but instead staked his support behind the Rainbow Coalition's candidate, Moi Kibaki. Kibaki won the election. After Kibaki's first term in office ended in 2007, Odinga challenged him on the ballot, resulting in a close, contested election that deeply wounded and polarized the country. A mediation process led by the African Union finally bore the Grand Coalition government, also known as Nusu Mkate, in which Odinga was a powerful prime minister. When Kibaki retired in 2012, Odinga was back on the ballot with the hope of riding on the milestones of the Grand Coalition government to get to State House. He was, however, fiercely challenged by the dynamic duo of TNA's Uhuru Kenyatta and Odinga's former ally, William Ruto. In the 2013 election, Uhuru Kenyatta was announced winner and Odinga's spirited petition against the election results quashed by the highest court. The 2017 election was a do-or-die for Odinga, who teamed up with powerful regional political kingpins such as Kalonzo Musyoka and Musalia Mudavadi to run a scathing presidential campaign under the National Super Alliance, NASA. When Uhuru was announced winner of the election, Odinga's team managed to have the election results overturned in a hallmark ruling by the Supreme Court. However, when a repeat election was held, Uhuru's win was upheld. This year, Odinga now 77 years old, runs against a formidable William Ruto. But some political commentators say Odinga seems to have won over a long elusive bride, the Mount Kenya vote. With the President Uhuru Kenyatta on his side, Odinga is counting on all the votes he can get to hit the bullseye on his 5th attempt at the presidency. Waris Kimathi, LOOKUP TV, Nairobi.
All right, now Celine Nyangere says she's watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, we are taking a short break here on LOOKUP TV Weekend. Don't go too far. We will be back with more because we have a lot lined up for you.
Are you looking to turn your passion to purpose? Vera Beauty and Fashion College now brings you online classes at the comfort of your home. We are a TVET-approved institution with over 20 years experience in training competency-based courses in fashion design and creative arts, cosmetology, hairdressing, beauty therapy, interior design in soft furnishings, event decoration and flower arrangement, hospitality and catering, and training of trainers. To enroll, call us today on 0704 577 577 or visit our website at www.verabeautycollege.com. Vera Beauty and Fashion College, a center of excellence.
Help me identify a beautiful womb. I never came across one till I got to Vera.
Hi there, my name is George Washuri. I am so happy to see you, and today I am here to enumerate, to explain how we package our land investment. We have 5 levels of our property, and we classify these levels as 1 star, 2 stars, 3 star, 4 star, and 5 star. This is what we mean, that if you buy a property that is 1 star with Optiven, one of the things that is evident, the property is cheaper, is below $500,000. And this particular property is basically bare land. We only do subdivision, put the beacons, and then produce titles. The second level, we call it 2 star. This is prime land, whereby we grade the roads, we put a marking fence, do the beacons, and produce titles. The third level, we call it 3 stars. This 3 star is value added plots. We do the malam, we do the water, we do the mesh fence, and there's a caretaker on site. The 4th level is 4 star. 4 star is ready to build development. We do very nice maram roads, we plant the trees, we put the water tower, we also put a caretaker on site, and finally, the 5 star. The 5 star is premier, is the top level, and this one, we do cable roads, we do water management through underground culverts, we do underground power, we do fountain for water, we do beautiful and nice permanent gates, we do perimeter wall, and also do install the CCTV, and the whole property is manned by uniformed security. Some of these properties, these 5-star properties, we do a clubhouse and also construct swimming pool. Thank you once more for trusting Optiven. We value you. We are at Absa Plaza, 14th floor and 15th floor. God bless you.
Welcome to LOOKUP Guest House, Retreat and Prayer Center. When you first come in, we will be happy to receive you at our reception, then proceed to our cozy and well-equipped accommodation facilities. We aim to provide our guests with a unique, comfortable, and worthwhile experience. Here at Lookup Guest House, we provide our guests with a continuous supply of room amenities. A cool environment for all your retreat activities.
Lookup Guest House Retreat and Prayer Center. For reservation, contact us on info@lookupguesthouse.org or call us on 0746 788 707.
All right, now thank you so much for staying with us here on Lookup TV Weekend. Just a reminder that you can engage us on our socials at Amwai Brian on Twitter at Lookup TV. The hashtag is Lookup TV Weekend. We are also live on Facebook. You can send us your feedback there and I'll be able to sample some of your feedback at the end of this bulletin. Or just follow this bulletin in all our socials. That is Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Now, moving on, Deputy President William Ruto has pledged to improve the cost of living once elected in the coming August polls. Now, speaking in Kiambu and Nairobi County during the Kenya Kwanza campaigns, Ruto asked the residents to support Kenya Kwanza outfit, stating that it's the only coalition that has good plans for Kenyans. Shadrack Kareria reports.
Kenya Kwanza politicians extended their vote aunt in Kiambu County before capping it with several political rallies in Nairobi County, where they are locked neck to neck with their opponent coalition of Azimio One Kenya in duel for August 9th general polls.
Nakanairo mnasemaje?
The Deputy President William Ruto plans to improve the cost of living if elected in the coming general election.
Ni lazima tupunguze gharama ya maisha katika taifa letu la Kenya. We must, as a matter of necessity and urgency, reduce the cost of living in the Republic of Kenya. Na hakuna njia ingine ya kuondoa ama kupunguza gharama ya maisha. Ni tuwasaidie wakulima wetu, watuzalishie chakula ya kutosha, chakula ifike hapa kwa bei nafuu, ili kila hasla aweze kusimamia na kulisha familia yake.
The Kenya Kwanza politicians blame the Jubilee administration of the poor economy.
Mimi nauliza, wewe uko hapa, bei ya sukari ni namna gani? Ni ngapi? Ni ngapi? Na mafuta? Acha nisiseme.
Unajua hii kura tunaenda ni kura ya uchumi. Huyu William Ruto ako na mpango wa kubadilisha uchumi, tuteremshe bei ya vyakula. Yule mzee mwingine anataka kubadilisha katiba, aongeze bei ya kila kitu. Ni uchumi ama ni katiba?
The politicians asked the residents to support Kenya Kwanza candidate, saying that it is the only coalition which has the ability to save the country from poor economy.
Kanairo ni mji wa mabwenyenye ama mji wa mahasla? Hii Kanairo ni mji wa mabwenyenye ama ya mahasla?
Bwana amefanya kazi vile ambavyo anafaa kufanya kazi. Wangapi watanipa kura ya senata?
Nawania kiti cha Maitoa County ya Nairobi Woman Rep. Wakaaji wa Udhiru, na waomba mtanipatia hiyo kura na msinienjoy.
Shadrack Kareria, Lookup TV.
Now, thank you, Kareria, for that. Away from that, it was a triumph entry for Uasin Gishu gubernatorial aspirant Zedekiah Bundodich in Eldoret town, barely moments after being given a green light by the IEBC to go ahead with campaigns as an independent candidate ahead of the August polls. As Banki Prono reports, Buzeki will and other more gubernatorial aspirants from across the country have been cleared by the Wafula Chebukati-led commission.
It is now evident that Zedekiah Kiprobo Notich will be on the ballot as a gubernatorial aspirant after being given a nod by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC to contest in the forthcoming elections. Buzeki told thousands of his supporters in Eldoret town after being cleared that his first executive order will be to reduce all the business licenses by 10% if elected. His close competitor Jonathan B, also known as Kotimoja, is expected to be cleared by IEBC on Monday.
IEBC wametupatia cheti. Kwa hivyo tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8 niko kwa debe. Na nimesema executive order number 1, ninapunguza leseni zote uwazingishu by 10%. Na hakuna kujuana tena. Ukienda kukata leseni yako, hakuna kutafuta broker. Nitafanya kila kitu ikuwe digital. Una login, lipa, pata leseni. Mambo ya kupitia watu katikati na kushurutishwa imefika mwisho. DJ piga mziki ya freedom is coming.
Elsewhere in Kajiado County, Governor Joseph Olelenku has been cleared by IEBC to defend his seat in the August polls on an ODM ticket, just after he was handed the clearance certificate by Kajiado County IEBC returning officer Mr. Festus Musheke. He declared a door-to-door campaign across the county to consolidate votes in favor of Azimio outfit. Lenku reiterated his commitment to unite Kajiado residents despite their diverse ethnicity and see development projects if re-elected.
Na tunawaahidi wapinzani wetu kwamba they are in for a grueling battle. My teams, my systems, and all that appertain to the governorship of Kajiado is all systems go.
Moving on, former Lamu Governor Issa Timami has been cleared by the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission to contest for the seat in August general elections. Timami was accompanied by his deputy Raphael Ndungu, and hundreds of his supporters arrived at the Lamu port with songs and dance as supporters chanted Timami, our governor.
Ujumbe wetu kwa watu wa Lamu. Siasa ni mapito. Kura itapigwa tarehe 9 na itamalizika. Lakini tutabakia kuwa majirani, kuwa mandugu, kuwa watu wa Lamu. Kwa hivyo ombi langu kwa watu wa Lamu, tusiache siasa hii tugawanye. Kila mtu ana haki kupigia yule anayemtaka, na ombi langu ni kuwa tudumishe urafiki. Hata kama mtu hamsapoti yule unayempenda, hiyo ni haki yake, kama wewe bile ni haki yako kumchagua yule unayemtaka.
In Kwale County, Wipers Chirau Ali Makwere and ODM Samada Boga have been given a green light to proceed with selling their agenda to residents ahead of the elections.
Mimi Chirau Ali Makwere kwa chama cha Wiper pamoja na mgombea mwenza Mheshimiwa Newton Kioko Paul yuko hapa na nampa mkono kwa ushindi wa kupata kibali. Sasa kazi yenyewe yaanza. Pale mwanzo ilikuwa kama kujijulisha kwa wananchi. Sasa kazi yenyewe ya kutafuta na kuomba kura itaanza mara moja.
It was a relief for the Kenya party after its candidate Ken Lusaka was cleared by IEBC to run for Bungoma gubernatorial race. Brian Kiprono, LOOKUP TV.
All right, thank you, Brian Kiprono, for that. Now, still on matters politics, Governor James Nyoro of Kiambu County and William Kafogo, who is also eyeing the Kiambu gubernatorial seat, was on Sunday cleared by the IEBC to vie for the Kiambu gubernatorial seat. Now, speaking after facing the IEBC, Governor Nyoro expressed confidence in the IEBC and urged leaders to support them. On the other hand, Kabogo urged members of the public to check with the IEBC whether their names are in the register. A tough battle is expected in Kiambu County, with the big names going for the county's top seat. Kimani Wamatangi of UDA and Moses Kuria of Chama Chakazi are among politicians battling for the Kiambu gubernatorial seat.
fair election. I know that we as politicians want to have our way, and we want to ask questions, and we want answers in the way we would expect them. But I think we also need to facilitate. If we feel that there is one or two things that IEBC can be able to do in order to make them more efficient, let's help them. Let's not criticize them. But from where I sit, I have all the confidence that, and judging from today, that IEBC is up to the game and they'll give us a free and fair election come 9th of August.
To do. I have no issues. I haven't seen any issues on the register. I don't speculate on rumors that people have been moved. I have no proof at all, but I would like to believe that that is not the case. Yes, but it's important for Kenyans to check, where they are registered to vote, and if it's where it is that they registered, just to reconfirm, so that we can dispel the rumor of movement of voters. So I urge all Kenyans, the whole country, if you have a chance, go online and check where it is that you're registered to vote, because it is your right to participate in an election. It's your right, and you should be able to vote. Make sure that we have a credible register, and that we shall have a credible and peaceful election. And the will of the people will be reflected in the outcome of the elections.
Right, now with only 64 days left before the general elections, several stakeholders have presented their opinions on the level of preparedness of key institutions towards ensuring high level of credibility in the August 9th elections. The Kenya Human Rights Commission is the latest to question the Electoral Commission IEBC over what they term as ineptitude by the Commission to handle 2022 general elections.
Actually, yes, you can do the intro. There is need for prompt action to ensure that our election standards are done according to the Constitution of Kenya and our laws that ensure that we can withstand any security risk. As a country, we know too well the human cost of mismanaged elections. I believe all of us remember 2007, 2008 very clearly. We demand clear communication from the IEBC on the status of 1. Electoral technology. IEBC needs to confirm to Kenyans and allay any fears that this election will be managed using technology that will not fail. The increase in the number of registered voters and polling stations means that thousands of KIMS kits must be configured, equipped with SIM cards, and tested way before 9th August.
I think Chebukati is just purely legalistic, and we understand where it's coming from. But now imagine now, so what was the imagination of the Ethics and Corruption Commission and all those other institutions which work under them when they were compiling this list? It means their interpretation of Article 73 was on morality and ethics. But when it comes to Chebukati, its interpretation is very legalistic. So now you can see now these are the problems we are talking about, even lack of common understanding about the major questions around electoral accountability, and also lack of proper coordination among the different institutions.
Now, long-distance truck drivers, travelers and traders at the Busia border crossing point can now breathe a sigh of relief after the inauguration of sanitation services at the Kenya-Uganda border in Busia. The drivers and other traders will now enjoy bathing and sanitation services after a modern and special sanitation center was built at the border crossing point. Let's take a look.
Speaking during the official launch of the project at the Busia border crossing, WaterAid East African Regional Manager Boniface Kiome said challenges posed by the global coronavirus pandemic, in which many drivers could not easily get the vaccine certificates on time, was a wake-up call to intervene.
This is a facility that we believe will be able to support the 14,000 citizens, that's including drivers, traders, communities that use this border on weekly business, and over 7,000 truck drivers, in ensuring that they do not only probably wash their hands, but have clean, efficient water, hygiene and sanitation facility.
The County Executive Committee member in charge of the environment at the Busia County Government, Helen Mukanda, said despite the water challenge that is being witnessed in the county, she was optimistic that the drivers and traders will embrace the project. She further noted that the project will not only contribute to better hygiene, but also create employment opportunities to local people.
Projecting for further engagements with us, we'll be very happy if they can replicate this program in other parts of the county, including Samia, Port Victoria, and the other border in Malaba, as well as Nambale.
It's a sanitation block, and it has a number of toilets, actually 16 toilets and 4 bathrooms. It has a baby-friendly changing facility. It has also a disability-friendly stall that can be used by those people that may be having some disabilities while they need to have their sanitation sorted.
Na tumekuwa tukihuzunika sana kwa sababu ya kukosa facility kama hii, na tunashukuru KEWASNET kutuletea facility hii, kwa sababu sisi kama long distance truck drivers tulikuwa tunapata tabu pale ambapo tunaweza enda kujisaidia, na hii imekuwa ya muhimu, na najua ya kwamba itatusaidia kwa wakati vile walivyo hapa. KEWASNET na pamoja na KRA na watu wa serikali tumewashukuru sana kwa sababu ya hayo yote ambayo yametendeka, na najua.
Daniel Dembede, LOOKUP TV, Busia County.
Right, now from Debede in Busia to what has been making headlines today. Now with the world marking World Environment Day and the theme being Only One Earth, calls on protecting and preserving forest cover are being sent world and over. Now residents in Kiambu County living near Kieni Forest are reaping the huge benefits of their efforts in protecting the forest.
Communities living near Kieni Forest that cuts across Lari and Gatundu North constituency are now reaping big after playing a vital role in protecting the forest, goals that they have achieved in partnership with the Kenya Forest Services and non-governmental organizations.
Katika hizo user rights, ndio watu wamekubaliwa ku-extract non-wood products kama mianzi, ndio waende wajisaidie nayo. Pia kuna benefit nyingine ambayo nilikuwa karibu nisahau, mambo ya kutoa kuni ambazo zimeanguka chini kwa matumizi ya kinyumbani. Kama sasa umeona ada ya gesi imeenda juu sana.
Mimi nalima kwa msitu, napata chakula, halafu nauza ingine, napata pesa kusomesha watoto.
The residents, after accepting the call to protect the forest, have gained many benefits. This success comes from good relationships with the Kenya Forest Services and non-governmental organizations.
Kuja hapa kwanza ambao tunaliita shirika la IEBL. Hao ndio walikuwa wafadhili wa kwanza ambao walikuja na tukashirikiana wao. Ndio walitusaidia katika kuanzisha nursery ya miche kama community, na kupitia effort ambayo tumefanya na wao tumeweza kurehabilitate ama kupanda zaidi ya hectares 35.
While in an event organized by the Dawoodi Bora community in partnership with the Kenya Wildlife Services and the Nairobi County Government, Nairobi Governor Anne Kananu has directed the Nairobi Water and Sewerage Company to stop the spillage of sewer into the Nairobi National Park.
Today we decided to start with the southern bypass, which, as you can see, we've started the cleanup exercise, and I've seen so many challenges that are happening on this road, especially because of the way the road was made. It interfered with so many things like the sewer system, but I've called upon the Nairobi sewerage system to come and see how we can rectify the problem, because we can see the sewer is draining into the park, and we love our animals, we love nature. We want them to survive in a good and clean environment.
Bellamy Bosson, LOOKUP TV.
All right, thank you so much, Bella, for that story. Away from that, now one person is confirmed dead, with 3 others having been discharged from hospital following the collapse of a toilet under construction at St. George's Mukua Secondary School. Today is the 3rd day after the disaster that occurred, causing the school to be abruptly closed. This and more stories in our county roundup.
The process of recovering bodies in the collapsed toilet, where one person has since been confirmed dead at St. George's Mukua Secondary School, is still underway.
We were able to come in, and immediately 4 people were rescued, who are now taken to the hospital, 3 were treated and discharged, while 1 was referred to Kiambu General Hospital because he had a serious spinal injury. Then, on the same date, we were able to retrieve 1 body, which was taken to the morgue.
Kiambu Police Commander Praminas Mushangi stated that as per preliminary investigations, the contractor who was in charge of the construction is to blame, together with the school administration.
After that one, now we have already responded around 10 statements for the key and for the key suspect and even for the major witnesses. And for this one, I'm very sure we are going to prosecute some people for criminal negligence because they did not follow the laying-down procedures.
Meanwhile, as IEBC hurries to clear candidates ahead of the August polls, the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, NCIC, has set up camp in Bungoma preaching peace.
Sisi ndio tunaweza haribu hiyo amani na ndio tunaweza weka hiyo amani. Na tukiweka ajenda hata kwa wanasiasa wetu ya kwamba ajenda yetu kama wananchi ni amani. Naamini hata hawa wanasiasa hata wale kidogo ambao wako na shida, they will be part of the problem, part of the solution and not part of the problem. And that is the message we are passing.
The Commission has determined that it is assessing the challenges that may arise as we approach the elections and therefore find a suitable solution before the polls.
Tunatathmini changamoto ambazo zinaweza kuibuka tunapoelekea uchaguzi katika kaunti hii. Baada ya kutambua changamoto hizo, tunajiuliza jukumu letu sisi kama washikadau ni nini? Kwa sababu lengo la tume ni kuwa proactive, not reactive. Ili pale ambapo tutatambua kwamba sehemu fulani inaweza kuwa na udhaifu fulani, basi tutahakikisha hayo mapungufu tunayajaza kabla, wakati na hata baada ya uchaguzi, ili tuhakikishe kwamba zoezi lote lile linafanyika katika njia ya amani.
And in Mombasa County, politicians vying for different posts have vowed to address the issue of substance abuse and insecurity that have plagued the county for years.
Habari ya hii mambo ya dawa ya kulevya, hawa vijana ni wamekosa tu ajira. Sasa mimi niko na mpango, hawa vijana nitawafanyia sako za vijana, alafu hii sako wapate pesa wafanye biashara, na hii mambo ya kukaa idle itakuwa imeenda.
They have urged the youth to be wary of being used by politicians to propagate violence in the upcoming elections.
Hii siasa tusikubali vijana kutumiwa, tuwe ni siasa ya amani, siasa ya heshima na siasa ya agenda, sio siasa ya kifua. Sisi tunataka kiongozi mwenye ataendesha Mombasa mbele na atapeleka Mombasa mbele zaidi ya ilivyokuwa.
Bellamy Bosson, LOOKUP TV.
All right, now that news from the counties done by Bella, or produced by Bella, brings us to the end of our bulletin today. Thank you so much for making time for this bulletin. On behalf of everybody that has made it a success, that is my producer Lennox Sengwe, my director Sheila Kai, and the technical team that is behind the scenes to make sure that all this looks good and that you are informed. I want to thank you so much for watching. Let's do this again next time. Our sign language interpreter tonight has been Angel Lois. Have yourselves a lovely night.
Hi there, my name is George Washuri. I am so happy to see you, and today I am here to enumerate